Hey lovelies, you're welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. Today we're going to be talking about Arionne Curry wanting Melody to have full custody of the four-piece nuggets. Also, I feel like she's indirectly saying that she's tired of Martell. But it's just like, how many times have we heard that? How many times has she said that through a different blogger? In the past, it was Original Straight No Chaser. Now it seems like there is now a relationship between her and Anthony Lofty's probably. It's one of those things where I just feel like at this point, she does it intentionally. I think she does it to get attention. I will say she has my attention. So I want to talk about it, and I want to talk about the implications of that for Martell. If you guys remember, I covered a story recently where I was talking about how Arionne was showing Knox practically trying to hit Sugar Mama. And that's the thing. If you guys remember, I was saying it then that I feel like she is trying to out him in some way. She's trying to regain control in some way, and I want to talk about it. She definitely does not want Martell to have full custody. I think that much was clear even from her exposing that video. You guys, if you guys want to, you can go back to the videos on my channel. But I talked about it, but now it's like she's confirming it, and I feel like there's more I want to say on it. So make sure you stay tuned and watch until the end. If you're new to this channel, you're welcome. Thank you very much for your support. Please hit that subscribe button as you come in and turn on all your notifications so you know every single time that I post. And everyone, please like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Thank you to all my day ones who have been supporting since day one and who continue to support even the day twos as well. Everyone, thank you very much for your support. Now let's get into it, okay? Arionne is tired of Martell, in my opinion, but I don't feel like she's going to leave him anytime soon. I think she's holding on to who he was in the past and what she was able to get out of him. Remember, back in the day, there was the BMW, they were matching, he was paying for her lifestyle, things were great. What she didn't realize, I think, and I think she's only just realizing then, is that Melody was the brains behind the operation. Melody was the reason that Arionne was able to have all these things that Martell was giving her, because in my opinion and allegedly, Martell was taking money out of joint funds to sponsor Arionne Curry's life. So I honestly believe she's holding on to that past glory where she thinks like Martell was able to provide for her and she needs to stay with him because he will eventually get it together. Girl, I don't think he will. At this rate, until he fully hits rock bottom, I don't believe that he will. But let's talk a little bit about what she said in this recording. She mentioned that most times whenever Melody was doing a photo shoot, Martell would be over there watching the children, making sure that they are good. She also talked about just Melody being out there working while Martell is with the children. Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If anything, it sounds like Martell was a stay-at-home daddy because he wasn't doing anything and Melody was out here bringing in the bacon. So if that was the arrangement, that was the arrangement. But that also means that Arionne was enjoying the bacon that Melody was bringing. And it's obvious that Martell can no longer bring in the bacon because nothing that he has done has been successful since then. Even according to her, he's not even been able to pull things off. He's not been able to do anything. Even the Inest wine is still not off the ground. So he clearly doesn't know how to do anything right, in my opinion. And it was easier for him to hide under the umbrella of, oh, take care of the children while she works, instead of, I'm not capable, so I am going to do what I think I can do, which is take care of the children. Martell tries to make it seem that he has the brains as well. Not everyone has the kind of brains to go out there and be able to do the kind of things that Melody does. Absolutely, know your strengths, but don't be out here trying to trivialize the things that she accomplishes outside of you and make it seem like you had a hand in it when you did not. And you continue to show us that you were never the brains behind the operation. One thing I thought was hilarious was Arionne did not appreciate. She did not like the scene where Martell brought Melody flowers. I'm like, girl, you are dating her ex-husband. If her ex decides to bring her flowers, what is your business? Considering you were dealing with him, knowing fully well he was married with 4 children. That did not stop you. So why should the fact that he has now been divorced stop him from doing whatever he wants to do? He does that normally anyway. When he was married, he was doing you and everyone else he was doing. The sanctity of marriage did not stop him. So what's to make you think that because you're dating him, he's suddenly going to act right and not be constantly trying to pursue his ex-wife? It's honestly laughable. I always find that I don't understand how people date married people and then they end up leaving their wives. And then you're now like, well, I don't ever want to be a side chick. Girl, you're a side chick. Oh, I need him to act right. Girl, how is he going to act right? He started off acting wrong and so were you. That's why you connected. It's almost like you want to start off terrible and then fix it in between and then expect everything to change. Some people are lucky and end up with someone who eventually changes, but for most people, that's not the reality. I think it's an overreach that Arionne was so upset about the flowers and she felt like he lost credibility. Now, I'm not surprised that he lost credibility because I'm sure, well, let me say, in my opinion, he was probably out here telling Arionne, I can't stand her and I don't want to be around her. And then to then end up showing up, sending her flowers, showing up to the scene with flowers. I remember when I covered the story about Martell getting so irritated, talking about not wanting to give Mel flowers and it was all production and he's a paid actor and all that kind of stuff. I remember saying, I feel like this has been brought on because of Arionne in some way. It was almost like he's having to try and pretend like he is not checking for Melody when he, in fact, his actions are showing that he continues to be checking for Mel. The funniest part of the whole thing is I honestly believe that Arionne is obsessed with Melody. And I don't understand. Be obsessed with the man that you chose to be with. Why are you so obsessed with Mel? It's just like every opportunity that you get, Melody is on your mind. You talk about her in some way. It's like she's gone on to live her life. You live yours with her ex-husband or anybody you choose to live your life with. I don't think she cares. Now, let's talk about Arionne actually saying that she wants Melody to have full custody of the M&M kids. You know what's funny? I feel like deep down, Arionne knows that Martell is using the kids as an excuse. I feel like she knows that, and she knows that Martell will continue to use those children and say, well, I have to look out for my children. Let's not forget, when he had the episode with the therapist, he was basically saying he has no goals but his children. His children are his goals in life. Isn't that insane? Shouldn't you want to also accomplish other things outside of your children? You should be able to take care of them. If Melody wasn't working and doing what she's doing, would you be able to take care of them by yourself? No. Considering she had to come over there to give you guys food for you to be able to feed your children. So no, your priorities are misplaced. Part of you taking care of your children is also providing financially for them as well. It's financial, it's emotional, it's spiritual, and so on and so forth. So I'm not surprised that Arionne wants his lazy ass to go out and go get a job. She feels like he's been on a standstill financially for years. Here's the thing, Arionne, and if you're listening to me, I need you to listen to me and listen to me good. Martell, in my opinion, has always been on a standstill financially. He has always been on a standstill. The difference is Melody was covering up for him, in my opinion. The fact that Melody was so hardworking was enough to cover him. The fact that she always gave him credit as her husband made it seem like they were both pulling their weight when it came to doing things financially. But I do not believe that for a fact this man was really pulling his weight financially. He cannot even pass the builder's license test, in my opinion. Unless that has changed, and if that has changed, you guys please correct me in the comment section below. But as far as we know, he has not yet passed the builder's license test. That is an avenue by which he can make money. All he needs to do is sit down for a couple of months, study for the test and pass the dang test. But he hasn't been able to do it. If he was busy doing some other type of work that was bringing in income, I would understand why he doesn't have time to prep for the test. Even though it's an open book test, so it's like, how hard can it really be? All you need to do is make sure you map it out properly, get your sticky notes that shows you where things are set up, and you will be fine. So the fact that he's struggling so much to do that shows that he doesn't have the brain capacity to do things financially. Now, let's talk about Ines wine. So far, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. Has any one of y'all ever bought that wine before? Does Martell even promote the wine like he should? If you're on a show, shouldn't you be plugging the wine whenever you can? As much as we may not like the way the Scots roll, the Scots be promoting black every chance they get. But Martell is not promoting the one thing that he has going on for himself. We've been talking about it for such a long time. Martell is always wearing these suits. Do something with the suits. He has not done anything. So Martell clearly is like she by Shari, in my opinion. They do not have financial sense, even the drive to get things done. And if that's how you are, that's fine. That's how you are. If you don't want to change, that's on you. But I just don't think that Arionne thinking, oh, he's been in a financial standstill. He's been there even before you met him. The only reason that she has not seen it until recently is because Melody was there covering. Melody was there standing in the gap, in my opinion. And that is all I want to talk to you guys about. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, hit that subscribe button, and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.